me just make it plain. Jesus does not want an application from you. You don't have to fill out an application to go to his doctor's office. He doesn't want an application from you. He doesn't want you to sit in the waiting room for 45 minutes and then take you from triage to triage. No, Jesus wants to heal you. And he even has the audacity to ask you, do you want to be made whole? It's just about how bad you want it. Do you want to be made whole? Zacchaeus realized he was vertically challenged. As wealthy as he was, he couldn't cause himself to grow 1 inch with his money. But he realized, I got to do something different. I got to use some ingenuity. So he climbed up the tree and he said, if I got to climb up higher. See, God is looking for a people that's willing to climb up higher, to ascend up higher, to do something different, to do something creative, to do something innovative, to do something with some ingenuity. Do something different. You've been doing the same thing. That's why you hadn't seen a shift in your life. Do something different. Zacchaeus started climbing. He said, I don't care about my status. I don't care about my social economic status. I don't care about my position in the community. Dignity was not an issue. Pride was not an issue. Haughtiness was an issue. He didn't think, well, what are people going to think? I'm looked at and viewed as a leader. He said, I don't care. I need salvation in my house. And I realized my money can't buy it. But that man, the medical expert, can bring it. He can rescue me, whereas nobody in my community can do. To the uttermost, Jesus said. And he said, I need him to come and bring a shift and a difference in my life. And he did something different, and Jesus recognized it. He saw the press in that man's heart, and he went to visit him. And people in the community dogged him, but guess what? Salvation showed up at Zacchaeus' house. But you cannot bring deliverance to someone who doesn't want it. Everybody that Jesus healed, they wanted it. The medical expert came for the sick, so he came to bring healing to the sick. That's what we said in Matthew 9:12. Yeah, I see you on there. Put that in the comment section in the chat. I want to be made whole. Heal me, Lord. He's asked the question, do you want to be? Do you even desire to be? Do you want to be liberated? Do you even want to be free? Do you want to be? Do you want to be tied down to that thing, or do you want to be loosed? See, this is the same Jesus who, while he was in the middle of teaching, and it says he was teaching while other doctors were observing. They sat by. He healed a man who was airlifted into the room. He stopped what he was doing to heal an airlifted man. Look at it in Luke chapter 5, verse 17 through 26. It says, and it came to pass on a certain day as he was teaching that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by. See, I told you doctors were observing, which were come out of every town of Galilee and Judea and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. And behold, men brought in a bed a man which was taken with a palsy, and they sought means to bring him in and lay him before him. And when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling with his couch in the midst before Jesus. Let me take a quick deviation from this, and I'm coming right back. This man was airlifted. He was airlifted, and he was brought in for the medical examiner, the medical expert, to take a look at him. This man was sick with a palsy. In other words, he had some paralysis that nobody else knew what to do with. But his friends were like, this man, we know about the medical expert. He's in town. So what we're going to do is we're going to airlift you. This was airlifting before airlifting even became a thing. This is called a creative miracle. They had to get creative. The ingenuity, the ingenuity to think we can't get him in the room, so let's just lift him above everybody. See, Jesus, the medical examiner, the medical expert, recognized the ingenuity, the faith level. And see, Jesus said, I see what y'all did there. You went over everybody's head. See, you got to go over some people's head. See, they don't, oh my God. You want your miracle, you got to go over some people's head. What am I saying? You got to ascend to the high place. They ascended. Jesus saw the ascension in faith. He saw they ascended. Who shall ascend the hill of the Lord? He that has clean hands and a pure heart. He recognized their hearts were pure. Their hands were, they lifted, They didn't even go to get the healing for themselves. They went to go get it for somebody else. And they said, I need to get him healed. So they airlifted him and sat him down. And Jesus said, I see the faith level, the ascension. They ascended. They went to the high place. They went above everybody else. It's just like the woman with the issue of blood. She went below everybody. Y'all, this thing is at my spirit. They went, but the man that was added, they went above. But the woman, she said, oh no, I'm going to humble myself. I'm going to go below everybody. And I'm just going to go do a crawl. I can see her almost doing like a military crawl and pushing people. And she said, I'm going to reach the bottom. I'm just going to get my healing from the bottom. What about the situation where Jesus was told about someone who had been entombed? They had already died. They had already been wrapped. They had already been embalmed. In today's society, we would say embalmed. And then they were entombed. They were in the sepulcher. But when Jesus got up, they were stinking at that. And when Jesus came through, he said, Lazarus, take off the grave clothes and come on out. Lazarus, come on out. And the right Lazarus came out. Listen, when Jesus shows up, it doesn't matter if that thing has already destroyed and brought devastation. It doesn't matter if it's dead and it's stinking and the worms are eating. Jesus will cause the worms to throw it up. He will cause the grave to give it up, and he will cause you to come to life again. Even in the midst of destruction and devastation, Jesus will cause every tear to dry up and for you to come alive. In fact, I prophesy that you will come alive at the words of the medical expert. I call for you to come alive. Rise up and get up from that. Take off those death clothes. Dry up those tears. Take off of those grave clothes. Burst those black balloons. Come out of that state of depression. Come out of that pity party. Come out of that rejection. Come out of that fear. Come out of that self-loathing. Come out of those insecurities. Come out of that devastation. Come out of that heaviness. Come out of that sickness. Come out of that illness. It's time for you to get up. The medical expert has spoken.